Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Horowitz HaChaim in the Sefer Mitzvah Kotzar, where in Mitzvahs Loisa say the negative commandment Tes Zayin number 16, Shelo lifnais achar Avodah Zarah, a person should not turn their attention towards idolatry. Shenemar, like it says, Al tifnu el ha'elilim, do not turn towards their idols. V'asar lifnais achareim b'dibur machshava. You are not allowed to turn your attention to them in speech or machshava. Afilu b'riyah. You're not even supposed to look and observe the Avodah Zarah. As we mentioned the other day, that everything that a person will come in contact with will have a hashpah, will have an impact on the person. So if you are looking at Avodah Zarah, if you are talking about Avodah Zarah, if you are thinking about Avodah Zarah, you're contemplating how it's done, when it's done, where it's done, how you could do it yourself, God forbid, has a very negative effect on the person and brings them one step closer to being Oved Avodah Zarah, to worshiping idols themselves, God forbid. And therefore, all of these things, says the Horowitz HaChaim, a person has to avoid. V'asar likrais b'sifreihem. It's certainly also you're not allowed to read the books of idol worshippers. Or you can't even, and you can't ask them, well, how should you serve this particular idol over here? What did you do? How does your religion work? The books, apparently it means, is the books that were written by their religious leaders who taught them how to worship particular idols. You can't buy Avodah Zarah 101 for dummies of how to worship an idol. That's all going to be usher, says the Horowitz HaChaim. Because by reading the books, by asking them questions and learning more about it, it causes you to turn your attention towards them, and you're going to reflect upon it and think about it. Anybody who turns towards Avodah Zarah in a way that requires some kind of an action, so you did something over here that shows your interest or your connection to the Avodah Zarah, like it says the Horowitz HaChaim, you're going to get lashes as for that. And this is a mitzvah that applies everywhere all the time. For men and for women as well, have to be very careful with this of not lending any credence, not showing any thought, word, or the like to the world of Avodah Zarah. And then we have mitzvahs loisa, say the negative commandment, Yud Zayin number 17. You cannot benefit from any decoration on the idol or from the ornaments that are there. Like it says, you're not allowed to desire the silver or the gold that is upon them, and take it for yourself. You can't do that. Because if you do, then even though maybe you'll tell me it's not the actual Avodah Zarah itself, it's just a covering, it's just an ornament. Nevertheless, if it belonged to the Avodah Zarah, it's a shtick, it's a piece of the Avodah Zarah itself, and therefore you can't derive any benefit or pleasure. This is a halacha that applies everywhere, all of the time. Men and women, everybody is bound equally for this loisase, which is really telling us, since that the ikar life of a Jew is to believe in Hashem, anything, even shemetz, any little scrap of Avodah Zarah already is a denial of the Ribbono Shel Olam, and therefore a person has to stay far away from anything to do with Avodah Zarah. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.